Joining me are Cameron Milner, former Chief of Staff to Labor leader Bill Shorten, now Director of GXO Strategies, and Michael Costa, former New South Wales Labor Treasurer. Michael, I mean, seriously, this election, what's it going to do to our economy?
Oh, it's already done it, Andrew. I mean, the fact of the matter is that whilst Chalmers doesn't have any credibility on the budget, nor should he have, we've got the highest level of spending in 3 decades. What is it, 26% plus of GDP, an interest bill of $28 billion. And so he's got no credibility on this. But the problem is that I think you need to look at Peter Dutton. He's let him off the hook on all this. This is, I've been calling this the Demtel election. You know, there's more. You know, that telemarketer, you always used to say at the end, there's more. Every time the government announces something, Peter Dutton comes up with something else. So how are you going to credibly have a critique of the government's spending when you're engaged in the same level of spending? So my view is there's a pox on both houses at the moment in terms of spending. They've both been irresponsible. The government's able to lie more effectively than Peter Dutton is to combat it, and his strategy is not working. Dutton's strategy is not working. And on top of this, they're losing the ground game. I'm in, at the moment, Hunter, one of these seats that they're supposed to win. It's 4.8% margin. And I can tell you from the amount of material, and I've got it in front of me, that's coming from the Liberal Party, there's 3 leaflets to 1 from the coalition. They're losing the ground game. And all the leaflets from the Labor Party are attacking Medicare, the deficit, all these sorts of things, and all you get from the coalition is a lousy leaflet talking about the fuel excise rather than everything else is of concern, particularly climate and the loss of jobs associated with in an industrial region. So they're losing it on the ground, Andrew.
Is that how you see it, Cameron?
Well, I do, and I think both sides are trying to buy today's votes with tomorrow's debt. I mean, that's our problem with the economy. The budget can't tolerate the amount of spending that's going on from both sides. Now, I know Peter Dutton's got to come up with some plans, and I've been arguing for the tax cut that he delivered on Sunday at the campaign launch, which is the $1,200. But nevertheless, neither side have got budget repair plans. Both see deficits for a decade to come. And that's a real problem because given the uncertainty that Trump has put into the economy as well, we don't have anything left in the tank, Andrew. There's nothing left if we need to have another situation to rescue the Australian economy. And that's really worrying me, I think, in terms of both sides having spent not only today's money, but also tomorrow's.
Totally with you, Cameron. Absolutely, totally with you. One of the biggest lies Labor is telling in this election, Michael, is that the coalition will destroy Medicare. You know, and another lie is Albanese whipping out his Medicare card and claiming that he's going to make it free to go to the doctor. Here he is.
You just need your Medicare card, not your credit card.
Now, the president of the Australian Medical Association says that's not true at all. You will still pay. Here she is.
At the moment, you get the same Medicare rebate whether you sit in this clinic for 10 minutes or 19 minutes. So twice as much time with your doctor only still gives you the same rebate. And for us to keep our doors open, that does mean we're charging larger out-of-pocket costs, and the new investments don't always meet the cost of providing that comprehensive care.
Michael Costa, I've never seen an election campaign depending so much on such obvious lies, but why is it working?
It's working because the opposition, I think, has acted amateurish. It's acted like amateurs in the lead up to this election campaign. I don't think they're prepared, Andrew. I think that, I think they thought they were going to coast home on the cost of living. Labor's been, and Cameron knows this better because he's been in the engine room doing this, is able to run these scare campaigns much more effectively than the coalition. And I haven't seen any response from the coalition. Now, everybody knows that Medicare, to find a bulk billing doctor is like finding one of those 1930 pennies that's worth all that money. You'll never find one, especially in regional New South Wales. You can't find a bulk billing doctor. And where there are, it's only for children mostly and people on the pension. Everybody else is paying some form of co-payment. But, where is the opposition's ads? Where's their campaign on this? I don't see it. They're not running a good campaign.
Look, I have to say, I totally agree with you. I mean, they came into this election ahead and within a couple of weeks have been kicked to pieces. That is in the campaigning. Cameron Milner, what has gone wrong there?
Well, I think Andrew Hurst is doing what he did for Scott Morrison, is what he's doing for Peter Dutton. I mean, this guy is not a national campaign director with any record of getting anything done for the Liberal Party. And I can't believe how bad the Liberal Party are. I mean, there's so much to work with. There's so much work to work with weak elbow, upgrade elbow, mile high elbow. There's so much to work with. But yet, they haven't done the homework on the basics. They haven't come here with a plan to get people out the other side of cost of living. And so in uncertain times, people are going for the devil they know. And the devil is a weak elbow rather than an unknown Dutton. And that's the great risk in this campaign, that elbow just gets back by default because people like Andrew Hurst can't run a national campaign to save himself.
Look, the ads have been awful, I have to say. I mean, I reviewed some of them last night. It's true. This election, we've had a teenager charged over an alleged plot to attack Peter Dutton with a bomb and a drone. We've had so many climate extremists disrupting election events of both sides and getting up right close and personal and shouting and carrying on, sometimes very too close, really. But now two more influencers of the right have confronted the Prime Minister. Here's one.
There are hundreds of thousands of Australians around the country who are unable to afford housing. And I have a question for you, Mr Albanese. When are you going to put Australians first?
Mate, that's enough.
Albanese, when are you going to put Australians first?
Mate, that's enough, thanks.
Albo, how do you feel about the rise in immigration, mate? Do you think it's fair?
Thank you, sir.
Do you think it's fair? We don't get public forums. He doesn't attend them. What about Penny Wong when she came to China? They didn't let us in.
A lot of fuss made about that today, Michael, about harassing politicians in the street. Fair enough? Or should we actually have stronger laws to punish people who might be scaring politicians away from the meet and greets, which are so critical to a healthy democracy?
I don't think we need stronger laws. I think we need better policing. Look, the fact of the matter is even the unions, I mean, they run rallies and campaigns in front of people's offices, so do the environmentalists. My issue is not with the expression of, political disagreement with leaders. It's with the security that's around there. I think we need to beef up the security so that, our politicians are able to attend these functions and operate. But we can't ban people from protesting as long as they operate within the law. And I think they're operating within the law. It really is up to the security to be beefed up and have a better management of these things.
Michael Costa, Cameron Miller, thank you very much to you both.